Well, wasn't that fun? Tonight's movie stars Eve Bernhardt as Dorothy, Jerry Ranow as Charlie, Roger Gentry, a.k.a. Greg Gayson, as Steve, and Vic McGee in the role of Doc. Also appearing is John Garradine's disembodied head as the Wizard. They couldn't afford his entire body because they blew all their cash on the incredible special effects. Yes, I said that with a straight face. Tonight's movie was written, produced, and directed by David L. Hewitt, proud graduate of the Edwards School of Finer Filmmaking. And you may have noticed in the credits, Forrest J. Ackerman of Famous Monsters of Filmland and Perry Rodan, Peace Lord of the Universe, is credited as technical advisor. Which proves you should never get drunk at a Hollywood party, as you never know where you'll end up. And now, back to tonight's exciting film, The Wizard of Mars!
We know you want to communicate with us, but your language is foreign to us.
Evolution, has no equivalent.
I only understand a part of what you say. An evolution. What evolution? What manner of life are you?
I see perplexity among you. As long as your minds are clouded with questions about our nature, we cannot determine your purpose upon our world. I am a composite being, a manifestation of the many minds that are the last inhabitants of this, the last city upon this world. We are the end of the evolution of a race so old, its age has no equivalent in your concepts of time. Be it enough for you to know, our race has witnessed, during the span of our evolution, the birth and death of suns and worlds untold. But enough. Now we must seek the satisfaction of our own curiosity. From where do you come? And what is your purpose here?
We are from the planet Earth.
Earth? Earth, you say? The green world sunward from ours. At one time we theorized it would evolve intelligent life, and so it has. But continue. What is it that you seek?
We came here on a scientific expedition to map and study the surface of this planet.
There have been others here before you.
But we were the first manned space probe sent here.
Do not flatter yourself by believing yours to be the only intelligent life in the universe. There are other worlds teeming with life, whose vessels have voyaged across the gulf of space. Those others of whom I spoke did not come here in search of knowledge. Their motive was greed, their purpose plunder. They were dealt with as intruders.
We had no intentions of landing on your planet. In fact, we weren't even equipped to land.
Am I to believe disaster befell your mission? Then I must inquire into the nature of this disaster. And it is your vessel that you seek here within our city. But continue. How did you discover the way?
We picked up a faint signal, and believing it to be our main stage, followed it. It led us to the Golden Road.
What you seek is not here. The signal that you received was a warning. Had you been able to decipher its meaning, you would not have come here. However, the golden road that led you here is all that remains of a vast network that linked our vanished empire upon this world. Now our paths have become one, and you are destined to share our fate. For as long as we remain imprisoned upon this world, so shall you remain.
You don't understand. All we need is to locate our main stage and send a message back for help. Now, why should you want to stop us?
It is you who do not understand. For we can neither hinder nor help you. We have been incapable of physical action for ages. Our existence is confined within a dimension of time of our own creation.
You are right in assuming we do not understand. You speak of an undecipherable warning. A warning from what? A fate of imprisonment? While you are incapable of physical action? Imprisoned by what? This dimension of time?
During the span of our evolution, our race built an empire so great, its outermost reaches extended to the perimeter of the galaxy. Our fleets sailed the galactic seas and gathered the riches from many worlds. Wandering, we gathered the greatest of all treasures, knowledge. Ours was the greatest empire the galactic civilizations had ever witnessed. We were the masters of the stars. But as space is vast, time is long. Races grow old, civilizations wither, and empires crumble. The stars slip through our fingers. We who had been the conquerors of 1,000 worlds gathered here. Our empire fallen, our glory gone. All that remained of our greatness were the mysteries we had gathered in our wanderings. There was an irony in our twilight. All too soon we would return to mindless dust, leaving these mysteries behind. Time was insensitive to our greatness. The end of our evolution drew near. Weary, we made one last effort. We inquired into the very nature of the fabric of time itself. Time, from creation to now, tugs toward all the yesterdays almost as strongly as the unborn tomorrows that stretch to all eternity. We struck a balance between these two great universal forces, the past and the future. It was then that we impaled time upon an axis. We who had been the conquerors of 1,000 worlds and fallen, rose again to conquer death and pluck our city out of time. Within these halls, there was an eternal stillness. And in that stillness we pondered upon all the mysteries we had gathered from the vastness of the universe. And pondering we found we had committed a grievous error. That transgression upon time was contrary to the laws of the universe. For as there can be no life without birth, so life itself is meaningless without death. Upon unraveling the last mystery of the universe, this we learned, that there exists a promise of something very strange and very great. A promise beckoning to us from beyond the rim of the universe. Thus our transgression kept us imprisoned upon this world, and kept us from our destiny.
It's hard to believe that a race as great as yours cannot free itself from a prison of their own creation. If you stop time, why can't you start it again?
Time can be set in motion again, freed to continue toward the endless future, and we toward our destiny. But it requires an act of physical strength of which we are incapable. Yours will be the task.
But how? We have no knowledge of how you stop time. Therefore, how can we start it again?
Our minds grow weary. I cannot hold this manifestation much longer. The process involved would not be understandable to a race as young as yours, were there time left to me to explain. Our city was plucked out of time. Yours is the task, to replace the sphere within the mechanism.
Wait! Don't leave! This mechanism! Where is it? What is it?
You will know it. For it is the symbol of time, universal to all races.
That must be the sphere. But what mechanism is it part of?
Who cares? Now look, let's not get sidetracked. We haven't got time to get involved with somebody else's problems.
Well, maybe it is our problem.
Well, what do you mean? This has nothing to do with us. But let's not waste our time on riddles, too. Now, they've been here a long time. And so will we if we don't find that main stage.
Look, the main stage is lost. Let's face it. We've been chasing wild signals everywhere. Now let's give Doc the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I still don't understand how it's going to do us any good.
Well, maybe not, but we won't know unless we try.
This must be it. Now all we have to do is find the mechanism into which it fits.
What the? Look! The sphere!
A city plucked from time.
That does it. I hope this is it. There's no place else to look.
If it is, it'll solve a lot of mysteries.
Just as long as we don't end up like they did.
A symbol of time, universal to all races.
Mechanism of time.
It's so close, and yet just beyond our reach.
I can reach it. Steve, give me a hand.
The city.
The pendulum! Look out!
Your task is done. Time has been set in motion again. Freed to continue toward the endless future. And we toward our destiny. Do not gaze upon time too long. For as you do, your own destiny awaits you at the end of the golden road. Farewell.
The past and present are coming together. We've got to get out while this dimension still exists. Forget the gun.
Mars Probe 1. Mars Probe 1. This is Mars Echo 1. Over. Mars Probe 1. Will you please acknowledge? You are 2 minutes overdue with your transmission. Please acknowledge. Please acknowledge.
Two minutes.
Upon unraveling the last mystery of the universe, this Wheeler, as without birth, there can be no life. So without death, life itself is meaningless. For without death, life cannot begin again.
Well, that was, something. I guess that just leaves us with some, cleaning up here. What the film has taught us tonight. First off, pool cleaners on Mars are carnivorous. Trolls do not come from Norway. They, in fact, do come from Mars. The look of the Martians in this film fits with the traditional appearances attributed to aliens throughout the years. Oh, and the most important fact, oxygen helmets are not necessary. Well, I think that's everything for this time. So thank you for joining me in suffering through this wonderful film. Please tune in next time for the next exciting episode of Science Fiction Theater. How do I get out of here? They have Uber up here? Hello? Hello? Yeah.
I want to be tortured again. You got it, baby. No, I don't want to be married to you again. I understand what you're saying. No woman would be able to be lucid after sex with the Crimson Executioner.
Crimson? Where are my glasses? You're the Crimson? The hell? I thought you were the Beige. Oh my God. What room number is this?
Oh my. Jane, where are you going? Darling!
You owe me $73.
Darling!
I'll get it.